the casket of Queen Victoria, the emerald tiara of Queen Victoria. This elegant tiara was the finishing touch in the emerald parure of Queen Victoria. It includes a necklace, earrings and corsage jewellery. Victoria's birthstone was an emerald, and her husband, Prince Albert, who loved to design jewellery, decided to assemble a complete set. The Queen received the tiara for her 5th wedding anniversary in 1845. It was made by the jeweller Joseph Kitching, based on a sketch by her husband, Prince Albert. The Queen loved and appreciated this decoration very much, posing in it in portraits and wearing it to important events for herself. In 1882, the Queen lent the tiara to her granddaughter, Princess Victoria of Hesse, the sister of Empress Alexandra Feodorovna, to participate in a costume ball. At the moment, the tiara is in the possession of the Dukes of Fife. In 1889, Louise, the eldest daughter of the future King Edward VII, and Alexandra of Denmark, married Alexander Duff, who was granted the title of Duke of Fife by Queen Victoria. The last time the tiara was released was in 1960, when the Duchess of Fife appeared in it at the opening of Parliament. Now the tiara is on display at Kensington Palace, but it is still privately owned. The crown of Queen Victoria, known for its small size, is indeed a unique historical artifact. Its diameter is only 9 cm and its height is 10 cm, making it one of the smallest crowns ever created for a monarch. This little crown was created by Garrett Jewellery Company, and it is completely covered with 1,087 diamonds, which makes it sparkle no less than its larger counterparts. Queen Victoria first appeared in this crown in 1871 at the opening of Parliament, and since then it has become her favourite piece of jewellery, which she wore at most official events and which was often depicted in portraits and photographs. After the death of Queen Victoria, this crown was transferred to Alexandra of Denmark, the wife of her heir, and it continued to be used in the royal family. This crown remains an important symbol of the personality of Queen Victoria and her influence on the British monarchy, and is also an example of how items of personal choice can become significant historical relics. The sapphire tiara of Queen Victoria is a truly magnificent example of jewellery art and personal history, which is closely connected with the life and reign of one of the most famous monarchs of Great Britain. Crafted in neo-Gothic style in yellow gold and decorated with bright blue sapphires, this tiara was designed by Prince Albert and created by royal jeweller Joseph Kitching between 1840 and 1842. The cost of the tiara at that time was £415, and it was presented to Queen Victoria by Prince Albert immediately after their wedding. Victoria highly appreciated this gift and often mentioned her husband's wonderful taste in her diaries. The tiara became one of her favourite jewellery, and she wore it not only in her youth, but also after she became a widow. In 2012, the tiara was sold by the Lascelles family to a London dealer. But thanks to the intervention of the Minister of Culture, who recognised it as an important historical value, the export was banned. Thus, the tiara remained in the UK and was deposited at the King Albert and Queen Victoria Museum in London, where it is still located. The Timur ruby, also known as Hiraj-i-Alam, is indeed one of the most famous and historically significant precious stones. Despite the fact that it was considered a ruby for a long time, in 1851 it was established that it was actually spinel. The stone's 361-carat weight and its unique antique Indian cut make it one of the most impressive spinel specimens in the world. covered with Arabic script, it bears the names of its numerous owners, which makes it not only a precious stone, but also a monument of history and writing. The historical owners of the ruby included Shah Abbas and several rulers of the Mughal Empire before it became the property of Ranjit Singh. After the Second Anglo-Sikh War in 1849, when the Sikhs were defeated, all their jewellery, including the Timur ruby, passed to the East India Company. The company ordered a necklace for Queen Victoria, in the centre of which was placed Timur's ruby, and in 1848 this necklace was presented to the Queen. Since then, this magnificent stone has been located in the Indian Room of Buckingham Palace, where it can still be seen today. Prince Albert's brooch. Portrait of Queen Victoria in her wedding dress, Franz Xaver Winterhalter, 1872, and a sapphire brooch. One of the most memorable things is a magnificent brooch made of a large sapphire surrounded by diamonds, truly beautiful, as Queen Victoria described a gift from Prince Albert, which was on her chest on her wedding day. The brooch is really very simple, without frills, just a large oval sapphire, just surrounded by a dozen diamonds. But Victoria liked this style. Besides, it was a gift from her beloved Albert. Elizabeth II at Balmoral, August 2012. This brooch passed to Elizabeth II when she ascended the throne and remains one of the most commonly used jewellery. And this is not a personal jewel. The brooch is included in the crown jewels, as is Queen Victoria's diamond necklace. Like many other royal jewels, Prince Albert's sapphire brooch carries a rich history and is part of a cultural heritage passed down from generation to generation. She embodies traditions and continues to be a symbol of stability and the duration of the monarchy. The Oriental Crown Tiara is a truly magnificent piece of jewellery that has a rich history and is an important element of the royal jewels of Great Britain. Commissioned by Prince Albert for Queen Victoria, it reflects the influence of Oriental art and design, as seen in the elements of Mughal arches and lotus flowers. The dispute over ownership of the diamonds contained in the tiara and the subsequent replacement of the stones in 1858 add interesting details to its history. The changes made by Queen Alexandra, including replacing opals with rubies and reducing the number of arches, show how the tiara has adapted and transformed over time. The Oriental Crown Tiara continued to play an important role in the royal family, being worn by Queen Mary and Queen Mother Elizabeth. After the death of the Queen Mother in 2002, the tiara passed to Queen Elizabeth II, who famously wore it during a state visit to Malta in 2005. This tiara is not only an example of high jewellery, but also symbolises the duration and stability of the monarchy, being passed down from generation to generation and preserving its cultural and historical significance. Golden Jubilee necklace. The diamond quatrefoil with a pearl in the centre and the diamond crown crowning it reflect the sophistication and splendour that the royal family sought to demonstrate. The ability to detach the side links and use them as separate jewellery adds practicality and versatility to the necklace. Queen Victoria, who called the necklace a family heirloom, and Queen Elizabeth II, who often wears it at special events, emphasise its status as an important element of royal history and tradition. The fact that both queens celebrated their Golden Jubilee makes this necklace even more significant, linking the past and the present and emphasising the duration of the monarchy. This necklace is not just an ornament, but also a part of history, reflecting the tastes, preferences, and even political decisions of that time. It is an example of how art and craft can be used to create objects that survive the centuries and become part of cultural heritage. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and like it.